Alright. I want to try and get in that room. I wonder if I can even get in that room at this point. It's a storage room, so there's got to be another way in, right? I mean, I won't say that's how storage rooms work, because it's not, but... There we go. That regenerating mana was my lifeline. Don't think I can get up there. I'll go over here though. Tell you what, this is the way to travel. This really is the way to travel. Let's have another look at that storage room door. I wonder if we just can't get in here yet. There is a window on the outside, look. Totally get in there. Totally get in that window. I have the power. I get the power! There we go, look! Oh, he's pissed. Alright, Anton. Hope you got some good shit in here, mate. Bet you're out of my solution. There's a lot of empty bottles. Somebody like to drink. There's some incendiary bolts. Very nice, very nice. Well, let's go. Booyah. Hope you don't mind that I took most of his ship. Reflection on my journey to the Pandician continent by Anton Sokolov. At dawn I set out with the group that foraged east, including 2 other natural philosophers and floor crewmen. Floor crewmen, indeed. We used blades to clear the vegetation that grew thickly here and slowly made our way away from the shore up a steep incline. The purpose was to gather samples of the native plants for our research journals. I found myself pressing leaves and stems between the pages, taking copious notes on several different species of flora I surmised no human had ever set eyes on previously. When suddenly young Mr. Gravett from the academy began hopping about and screaming wildly. Chats had bayed upon him an unfortunate place to step. Aggressive ant-like creatures swarmed him from below. So many in number were his tiny attackers that we quickly lost sight of him under their onslaught. Oh god! We finally managed to pull Gravett from the insects, acquiring several painful welts where we had come to his aid. Mr. Gravett, however, was bitten, or stung, as I would eventually discover. So many times he was barely recognisable. Swollen onto deformity, and for every inch of his person, moaning like a sick bull, he expired before we could carry him back to the beach. Luckily, some of the creatures still clung to him, providing me with precious samples. Oh, Sokolov. You're such a sociopath. You're my sociopath. Jeez, this guy did not keep a clean room. Not at all. Alright. So, let's go through to this main room then, because I presume that's where we're actually supposed to go.
Must be cursed. Dad told man, this is some shit. Back to that city. What would we have done in the old days? All sharp metal and shadows, we'd say.
Before we go in there, though, check out everything else. Let's close your dirty toilet. Huh?
Probably not back from Dunwall yet. If we're lucky, the Howlers will be distracted by some score they're working.
What are the Howlers? That's not the gang. That's not one of the 2 gang members I took down, was it? She doesn't have to like talking to herself, clearly. Trying to fix the secondary engine. Anton, your idea of improving the head gasket sealing with a guano coating is the worst idea you ever had. I'll make you sleep in the engine room if you don't fix your mess by tomorrow. Megan, if all inventors were as delicate and short-tempered as you, perhaps you and I would still be paddling around in carved-out logs. Megan, I made some mulberry cake. It's my own recipe, including Batavian spices. I left it in the galley. Anton, where are you, you old fool? I hope no one hurt you. I'll find you, I swear. I miss you. Okay, so this Anton and Sokolov, it hadn't occurred to me that they were exactly the same person. I'm a complete idiot. So somebody has kidnapped Sokolov, and presumably she's going to want me to help get him back. Now, I'm not against that. I think I remember Sokolov being a nicer person than he actually was. I don't think he was a particularly nice guy. But, friend's a friend. I'll help him out. Alright, in we go.
You're up. When
No.
you're ready to talk, I'll tell you what I know.
I want to know about Crown Killer. Oh, no, this is the same one. Wow. Lady, get yourself an updated thing. Shindari gift. Effects on the winds and the Kanakan landmass and resulting economic positions. Whale oil, liquid power. How astonishing that within these mists, inside the oil, harvested along with their flesh, was enough power to see the isles through these tumultuous years. And all seemed limitless, but now the lights begin to dim. Our fisher folk say the great beasts are increasingly rare. Not all places will suffer this loss equally, fellow natural philosophers. Kanaka has a unique feature, the cleft in Shindari Peak, through which the winds are channeled and amplified. As whale oil begins to run short with the cost of finding the remaining leviathans escalating beyond the worth of the oil itself, Kanaka will find itself ascendant among the isles. Okay. So they use wind power, and I keep pressing the wrong thing. Now I could eat all her stuff, but there's not much point me doing so. Pet soda, she's left her cooking on. Suppose she is, you know, cooking up some stew with unchopped stuff. You know, that way that you do. An awful lot of empty bottles here. Love, you need to stop that drinking problem. You'll die young.
En route for 2 weeks. I hope Sokolov is all right.
Mortimer Ramsey, the entitled son of entitled parents. The Duke's coup relied on a weasel like you.
Ooh.
Karnaca looks pretty from a distance, but it's a city on the way down. And the bloodflies are bad this year.
Oh great, bloodflies.
Before I leave Serkonos, Duke Luca Abel and I are going to meet face to face, and he'll pay for all this.
Delilah.
Delilah's powerful.
But why,
How is it
Delilah?
possible I haven't crossed her path in all these years?
There's something screwy going on with this Delilah thing.
As assassins go, the Crown Killer was messy, vulgar. The Duke wanted people afraid. Sokolov always seemed ageless. Not now.
See, this is new. It used to be called Sokolov's potion, I believe. Is the Crown Killer hiding in Adamir?
With that watchtower, the only way to get to Addermire is through the carriage station.
Interesting.
Sokolov's style. It's Delilah.
Anton started it just before he was taken.
She's pretty, though.
They've got history, but he wouldn't say more.
Explains a lot. Figures the shit hiding. What are we hiding? We are hiding bugger all. Does this mean that later on there will be some violence in this here boat? I think quite probably. Whiskey, cards. Quite a snug little... Blood of the Abel House. This chapter will focus on Edithia Abel, steward of Calero. With sword in hand, she swept the marshes of raiders, sacrificing her life for Serkonos. We'll provide newly uncovered insights into the exploits of Ravenos Abel, who built the ornate wooden bridges of Sagunto. Follow along as we map out the expansions occurring under the Abels, through which trade routes to the other isles were established, going a bit Welsh and bringing riches to this nation state. Even as waves of settlers continue to join Serkonos from Morley, the Abels balance growth against Serkonan culture. In later chapters we will detail the times of Theodornus Abel, true son of Serkonos. Brave and benevolent, he united the East and West as no longer before him. Even the rowdy people of Bastilian swore loyalty to him. One isle, one Serkonos, united under House Evil. I'm losing the accent again, it's going again. Lastly, we will settle on Luca Abel, who rules today, partaking in feasts and merriments of all kinds, bringing joy to our fair isle. Sounds like a bit of a hedonistic asshole to me. I can open this
He
vice.
isn't tinkering or painting. Sokolov's chasing life.
Does sound like
Or
him.
used to.
Man, you make it sound as if he's dead. He's not dead. Ah, now we're talking.
Dearest Emily, or must I say, your Imperial Majesty. I have something that you and Corvo must hear at the first opportunity. It concerns the murders happening across the Empire, committed by this so-called Crown Killer.
These are
When
blood
I
flies, eh?
left Crystal years ago, I swore I'd never again take part in any further
The dead
political
one.
matters. I've done my share of bad things, and some good, before and after the Rat Plague. But here in Karnaca, I've uncovered a terrible conspiracy against you. Here, at the bottom of the Empire, the cobblestones smell of death and corruption. I'm staying with an associate, Megan Foster, aboard a vessel, the Dreadful Whale. We'll leave for Dunwall in the morning, as soon as the tides are willing. I keep thinking of the way sweet Jessamine was stolen from you and your father, and I fear it might be your turn to face such turmoil. I know Corvo would protect you with his life, but please do not trust anyone.
There you are, old man. I was asked to pay you a visit.
Wait, what's wrong with you? Megan!
Off we go, Sokolov, to somewhere more private.
Okay. So, sounds like he was taken by Megan. When he said, "What's wrong with you?" it sounded like she was possessed. But clearly the Crown Killer has outsiders' powers on her side. Because I think it's that woman, that bandaged woman. Why can't an old man enjoy his last years in a warmer climate with good wines and spicy foods without stumbling into another nest of aristocratic vipers eager to call around the heart of this empire? As I've learned more each week for months now, I found my mind turning over the movements beneath the surface here in Karnaca. Duke Luca Rebel and some inner circle that even seems to include Captain Mortimer Ramsey of the Dunwall City Watch. A trail that boggles the mind. How many others are involved? They aim their venom at our dear Empress, young Emily. That much is certain, but when will they strike? And how? Do I dare spend another month gathering stray bits of esoteric information, linking it together with what we already know? Can we even afford another week? Or shall Megan and I set out for Bristol tonight, taking this leaky tub up through the canal? Corvo will not hesitate. He will act as soon as I hand over what I know. And if I'm too hasty, it might be on his undoing, coming home to his native Serconus without some critical piece of knowledge about this affair. And there's the Crown Killer to worry about. That fiend is part of Duke Abel's schemes, as I suspect. How long till the Dreadful Whale catches the Duke's eye? Sounds like it did. Kinda shitty. Alright, let's have a look at these blood flies. Bloodfly epidemic? They're exotic insects. I suspect they originated on the Pandissan continent. Groups of 3 or fewer, they are harmless. Individuals won't attack, leading me to speculate each emits a scent that has a collective effect on a large number of blood flies, attracted rapid movement and sound. Nests can be broken apart, scattering the swarm. In particular, nests are quite susceptible to fire. Insects require fresh corpses to lay their eggs, which hatch in breathtaking fashion after a very short while. Interestingly, in that part of the bloodfly's life cycle, they calm a great deal. Leaving the swarm, they molt, causing wings to drop off. Afterwards, each bloodfly lives a solitary existence. Very well. There's a little joke there about natural philosophers. Cool! That actually kind of wasn't what I was intending to do, but it worked just well. It worked just as well. Ah, so that's just the intro. Not much there. Pandissia is apparently an entire continent and absolutely massive. Well, if it's not in this game, then that could be the...
I miss listening to old Anton Sokolov and his travel stories. He even explored Pandissia.
Yeah, I know. We start reading the books. I wonder if Pandissia will be in, like, Dishonored 3. It's not in this one. That'd be cool. Alright, Captain. get this going. Let's get this over with.
All right, you've explained part of it. What were you and Sokolov doing here?
The old man loved Karnaka, but he'd caught wind of a conspiracy tied to the Crown Killer. He wanted to warn you.
There were reports about tensions rising. Corruption, street violence. It's the sort of thing that happens, and usually the local authorities resolve it.
The new Duke has let things slide. But Sokolov concluded he might be the head of the conspiracy. He came in looking shocked, and if you've heard his after-dinner stories, you know that's unusual. We were going to set out for Dunwall, but something happened.
The Crown Killer.
Yes, the hatch ripped open and Sokolov screamed. All I caught was a glimpse of someone carrying him across the deck. I followed as long as I could, toward Attano Institute. It's run by the alchemist Hypatia. Maybe the Duke is using a patient of hers, the Crown Killer.
Attano was a solarium years ago. I'll get inside and eliminate the Crown Killer. Maybe the alchemist will cooperate, maybe she won't. Either way, I'll try to figure out what happened to Sokolov, too.
I would say good luck, but I don't think you want my luck. When you get done at the Institute, disable the watchtower. Once it's down, I'll bring the boat around.
Okay.
We'll take the skiff to the shore when you're ready.
Born ready. I'm gonna beat you there. Yeah. There we go. Time to use the skiff.
Ready for me to drop you at the docks?
Yeah. Damn straight. Let's go.
Ready. The old city must have changed a lot.
Off we go then.
One
Strange
more
answer.
time, old friend.
Please stop talking to your mask.